Hey guys, DC Network here, coming at you with another video. On January 5th, 2018, for the first time in a while, I watched a live Cartoon Network for 2 to 3 hours actually on January 5th. And the reason behind this is because I actually remembered, hey, they're actually airing Gumball now. Some reruns of Gumball instead of Teen Titans Go. So when Gumball was on, I tuned into a couple episodes. Then Friday night, they had the season 6 premiere of Gumball, and they had the Steven Universe Stranded special, and I also saw a We Bare Bears episode as well. Now, while watching it, like I said, I haven't watched Cartoon Network in a long time, at least like a year, just regular Cartoon Network in like a year. And so when I was watching it, I was pretty impressed by what I saw actually for some things. I'll go through everything I saw like advertisement wise that I was impressed by. I was impressed because like I said I watched it for like 2 3 hours, and I think about like 4 or 5 times I saw the same commercial advertising the Amazing World of Gumball 200th episode that would be airing on January 5th. And they even have a sweepstakes tied to it, which I think is really cool as well. And I'm really happy that I saw this advertisement, like I said, 4 or 5 times because Cartoon Network's actually, airing something for their shows. They're actually like representing the fact that, hey, The Amazing World of Gumball is a great show. We recognize that, and we want to let you know that the 200th episode is going to be airing on this day. I forgot if they said what time it was. I don't recall that they did, but I believe they said what day it was. They said January 15th, which they should be saying what time it's on as well, because January 15th, like I feel like a lot of people aren't even going to look up what time it's on. They just gonna forget about it. But I think it's good that they're actually advertising when this is on. Granted, they're not advertising when the episodes leading up to this are on, which, if you don't know, next Friday, January 12th, there's another new episode of Gumball. I mean, they should be advertising that as well, and I don't understand why it's not on a Friday, why it's on a Monday, but whatever. At least they're actually advertising the fact that Gumball's 200th episode is on. Now, as for what else I saw on Cartoon Network that day, I also saw they advertised the Boomerang app way too much, I feel. It's like they aired it so many times. I think I saw it like 8 to 15 times, honestly. They aired it so many times, and I'm just like, okay, we get it. You got a Boomerang app. I get it. Okay, great. And it was the same commercial. It was like two different families. Like one, I believe, was like in a car on a road trip. The other one was at a supermarket. And they're just like, oh, you wish you were home right now because the kids are going crazy. Well, when you get home, you can let them watch the Boomerang app where you can see a bunch of TV shows. And I'm like, great. That's like, it's great to see you advertising your stuff. But at the same time, it's like, why are you advertising that so much? But then you're not advertising when new episodes are on. I mean, you're only doing it for Gumball 200th episode because it's a special event. But like, other than that, you should be advertising all episodes. They did advertise Steven Universe Stranded, but what I found weird about when they advertised that is that they didn't advertise Steven Universe Stranded during the day. They only advertised it at night, which was pretty weird to me. I'm like, why are you only advertising it at night? Because I'm like, at 6 o'clock they were advertising, hey, Steven Universe Stranded will be on at 7:30, and they advertised it like I think 2 or 3 times after. Well, I only watched from 6 to 6:30, and then 7:15 to 7:30. So in that 45 minutes, they advertised it 2 to 3 times, which I'm like, that's great. You're advertising it, but shouldn't you be advertising it all week long? I mean, granted, I haven't watched it during the week, but at least for the morning I was watching it, they didn't advertise it at all. So I'm like, shouldn't you be advertising it like all day long instead of just at night? I mean, that was kind of strange. Also, overall, I was actually happy to see that Cartoon Network's actually advertising stuff for once. But the one thing that I was really hoping for, and I was like, ooh, if they do this, like, they've really made great improvements from 2017. After Steven Universe ended, I thought the perfect way to end a Friday night of new episodes would be to have a commercial saying, hey, next Friday on Cartoon Network, you can look forward to seeing this, this, and this. So basically, a little clip from the new Gumball from next week, whatever other new shows are airing next week. I'm assuming that Unikitty will be airing as well again, and I'm assuming We Bare Bears will be airing a new episode as well. I thought that would be the perfect way to end a Friday night of new episodes, to say, hey, thank you for watching Friday night. Next Friday, you can look forward to seeing these episodes. I thought that would be the perfect way to end it off, because then everybody knows, hey, Friday night, there's going to be new episodes of these shows once again, and they can establish a routine of every Friday night new episodes. Because I know I mentioned this in a couple videos ago, like Cartoon Network Fridays back in the day. They would advertise at the end of the night. I think maybe at the end of the episodes, they would advertise, "Hey, next week this is the new Fosters for next week. This is the new Ben 10 for next week. This is the new whatever for next week." They would advertise, "Hey, these are the new episodes coming next week," and everyone knew that without even looking at the internet. Honestly, everybody knew that Friday night was the time that you could see the brand new episodes of Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends, Chowder, and a bunch of other Cartoon Network shows. Everybody knew that Friday was their night. Then they changed that to different nights. They kept on switching nights. They switched, like, honestly, now that I think about it, they've switched nights so many times. I think they went from Friday to Thursday to Monday to Tuesday to Thursday to, like, random days. They've really changed nights a lot. Now we're back to Friday. And honestly, I hope Cartoon Network continues this. I hope they advertise the fact that, hey, we are airing new episodes every Friday night. That would be great if they do that. I think that a lot more people would be tuning into the fact, because one other thing before I sign off is that I wouldn't have been watching this, honestly, if the episodes leaked online, but they didn't. The Amazing World of Gumball Season 6, Episode 1 and Episode 2 didn't leak online. A different episode from Season 6 did leak on Kin Cartoon, but not these two. Steven Universe Stranded, that's like the first time in forever that a Steven Universe episode hasn't leaked online. If it wasn't for that, I wouldn't have watched last night, honestly. I probably wouldn't have watched Cartoon Network at all that last night. So, if they continue this, not leaking episodes early, then I'm going to keep on tuning in on Friday nights. And I'm sure a bunch of people will do the same. And they're going to get their ratings up, and that's really good for them. So I hope they keep this up. I really do hope they don't leak these episodes online. I know they've put like the new Ben 10 episodes online for Season 2 on the Cartoon Network website and app, which that's whatever. I mean, I don't think too many people are tuning into that show live anyways. But if they continue to keep this up where they don't leak these episodes online, I will tune into Cartoon Network, and I'm sure many people will do the exact same thing. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.